Hello everyone, welcome to Arjun English School. Today this is the class for standard 11 statistics subjects and chapter number 4 measures of dispersion. This is the part 4 that I am going to start. It is related to standard deviation that we called in mathematically S. So now it is the standard deviation for ungrouped data where xi 64, 63, 72, 65, 68, 69, 66, 67, and 69 are given. Now, in ungrouped data, only two columns are required, 1 and 2. But before that, we have to find out xi, total of xi that we call sigma xi. And now the formula for x bar that is sigma xi divided by n. Total number of observations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Observations are 9. Total of xi that is 603 and 603 divided by 9. So our x bar answer that is 67. Now here you can see that the value of x bar that is in integer. So now second column that is xi minus x bar and whole square. It means 64 minus 67, our answer is minus 3 and square of minus 3 that is 9. Again 63 minus 67 minus 4 and square of minus 4 that is 16. It means here the square that itself suggests that every answer will be positive. It works as a modulus. So remaining data are as shown 9, 16, 25, 4, 1, 4, 1 and 0, 4. So total of all these that is 64. So now our formula for S that is in root sigma xi minus x bar whole square divided by n, and now total of these all that is 64 divided by n that is 9. So 64 by 9 that is 7.111 in under root. Now in calculator there is a specific button for under root that is given. So if you press it for one time, then our answer is 2.67. That's it. It is called standard deviation. Get it? So it is very simple sum for standard deviation and that is for ungrouped data. Now I am going to start the second sum. It is also related to ungrouped data that is xi 7, 3, 11, 8 and 9 are given. Now total of all these and we have to find out x bar sigma xi divided by n. Here total of sigma xi 38 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and our answer will be 7.6. This is x bar. Now you can see that the value of x bar that is in fraction. So it is better to solve the sum without any xi minus x bar. So there is another formula that is xi square, like 7 square 49, 3 square 9, square of 11 121, square of 8 64, square of 9 that is 81. Total of this and formula for S that is in root sigma xi square divided by n minus sigma xi divided by 9 whole square. Okay. So now total of xi square, that is 324. Now in this formula of standard deviation, value of sigma xi square, that is 324, divided by number of observations 5, minus most important, that is sigma xi upon n, means you can see that 38 divided by 5 whole square, or you can also write that 7.6 whole square. Now in under root 32 divided 324 divided by 5, it is 64.8. 324 divided by 5, it is 64.8, and 38 divided by 5, that is 7.6, and square of 7.6, that is 57.76. Now at last in under root 64.8 minus 57.76, our answer is 7.04, and root of 7.04, final answer 2.65. It is called standard deviation, that is S. So again, this is the formula of standard deviation for ungrouped data. I have already explained two formulas for standard deviation, that is for one is related to x bar when standard deviation that is given in integer, and second is for that is given in fraction. You can also solve this sum by xi minus x bar whole square divided by n whole in under root, this formula. Okay, our answer will be same. There will be no issue by to solve this formula, but it creates some difficulty when x bar is in point and the square of this. Okay, so it may be some rounding of mistake, it can be done. So now I have already solved this sum by another formula. Then after next sum, that is for group data. Question number 4, x and fi 0 to 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. fi 7, 6, 15, 12 and 10. Total of all these, that is 50. Now here you can see that it is a group data where I am using FIDI method. So our column will be xi, then di is equals to xi minus a divided by c, then after FIDI, and at last FIDI square. This last column that we got by FIDI multiplied by di. Okay, so now total of FIDI and FIDI square. Formula, that is S is equals to in under root sigma FIDI square divided by n minus sigma FIDI divided by n whole square multiplied by c. Now value of xi. Mid value, that is total of these two, total of this class divided by 2, 5, then add 10 in each mid value, 15, 25, 35, 45. Most important, you can do this only when the class intervals are same in each observations. If the classes are different, then you can not just add 10 in each observations. You have to do mid lower value plus our upper value divided by 2 in every observations, in every class. Now di is equals to xi minus a upon divided by c. Now here I am assuming a, that is 225. In xi you can assume any value that is for a. I am assuming a, assuming that is 25. Here it is 0, minus 1, minus 2. Here it is plus 1, plus 2. Now FI 7 into 2. Here it is Fi. Here it is di. Multiplication of these two. 6 into 1. 15 into 0. 12 ones are 12. 10 twos are 20. It is, final answer is 12. Last column, FI square. FI square that we can get by FI multiplied by di. 14 twos are 28. Here both have same sign. So our answer will be positive. 6 ones are 6. 0 into 0. 12 ones are 12. 20 twos are 40. And now total of these all, that is 86. Formula for standard deviation is this. The most important FI square. Here FI square means this one. FI means this one. Understood? Now FI square, it means 86 divided by n, that is 50. FI 12 divided by 50 square. So now multiplied by C, the value of C class interval, that is for 10. Now in under root, 86 divided by 50, 1.72. 12 divided by 50 and square of this, that is 0.0576, multiplication by 10. Remember one thing, this 10 is out of root. Okay, our under root is completed here and 10 is out of the under root. Now in under root, it is 1.6624 multiplied by 10. So under, first of all, you have to remove this under root and our answer is 1.289 and then multiplied by 10. It means 12.89. Got it? Simple. It is for standard deviation for group data. Now, next one. Our next topic, that is, I'm going to start the next topic, that is related to variance. If in question they have asked to find out the variance that we denoted by S square. Now there is no any specific formula for variance because all the formulas of standard deviation that we are applying here, only S square, it means first of all we are finding S, then after square of standard deviation, it becomes the variance. Simple. So there is no specific formula for variance. First of all, you have to find out standard deviation, then square of standard deviation, that is variance. Let's say example, if standard deviation answer is 2, this is called standard deviation. Now variance, that is S square, becomes square of 2, that is 4. Simple. This is the first point. Second point. It is for combined mean. Combined mean that we already studied in chapter number 3, measures of central tendency. It is denoted by x bar c. The formula for x bar c is equals to n1 x bar 1 plus n2 x bar 2 and so on divided by n1 plus n2. Okay, this is the part of chapter number 3. But why I am covering it over here? Because it is for our third topic. Our third topic, that is combined standard deviation. Combined standard deviation. Okay, so here in combined standard deviation, it is denoted by SC, standard deviation, and C stands for combined standard deviation. For combined standard deviation, formula is in under root n1 in bracket s1 square plus d1 square plus n2 s2 square plus d2 square whole divided by n1 plus n2. You can see that this formula is quick like little hard, but now here you cannot find it very by a simple step. First of all, you have to find out d1. What is the formula for d1? d1 is equals to x bar 1 minus x bar c. Then after you have to find out d2, x bar 2 minus x bar c. And then after you have to find out x bar c. You know very well about the formula of x bar c. Okay. So before solving this sum, you have to solve x bar c, d1, d2, and then you can put the value in this formula. Okay. So this is related to combined mean and combined standard deviation. That's it. So this is the last part. Next session is the last session for this chapter, and from the next class, I'm going to start the practical sums regarding these points. Okay. So thank you for the today. See you in next class.